Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
Let's begin with some good news concerning the snow. The system is on its way out, but not yet gone. It's been doing just what the First Alert Storm Team said it would. So let's begin on the latest on what's fallen and what you can expect in the coming hours. Hutch is here for that. Hutch?
Mike, thank you so much. As we take a look at our camera, not all of us saw snow today. You're looking into Grand Forks from our Home of Economy location there. Quiet day in our northern counties. That's not the case as the snow continues here in the Southern Valley, and it dumped some significant snow down near Beardsley and the Sisseton Hills area. 6 to 10 inch reports there. Dalton 5 inches, and Ellendale shoveling out of 6 inches of trouble. Some of those reports were from earlier. We will keep you apprised to the latest measurements. Snow in the Arrowhead. We have a little remnant activity near Ada and near the Sisseton Hills. Down south, we'll see those snow continue in areas that have the most through the evening hours, and the activity north of the FM area is fairly light. Hey, the winter weather advisory dropped. Warnings dropped for much of our viewing area except to the southwest and far south. As we head into the evening, here's what you can plan for this evening. There are going to be some showers, mainly to the south of snow, that continue until about the 8 o'clock hour. Then after that, we'll gradually see things improve dramatically. Although we're talking about improvement in snowfall, not temperature. It looks mighty cold. I'll have details on that, and we'll look ahead toward the weekend ahead. Another chance of snow. Details in a few minutes.
Can't wait. Thanks, Hutch. As he mentioned, the southeastern part of the valley still seeing the heaviest amount of snow, and that's where Valley News Team's Devin Fry traveled this afternoon. He joins us live. Devin, where are you, and how are the roads there?
Mike, we're in Hankinson right now. We're actually right outside Dakota Magic Casino. This area behind me is I-29. You can barely see it now because the snow is starting to come down a bit heavier. The flakes are a bit bigger. It's creating more of a visibility problem on the interstate than already exists. When we were driving down here, that was the main concern that we saw was visibility on I-29. More than a mile past you, you could barely see. So really visibility, the biggest issue out here on the roadways. You can see there was a little buildup of ice and snow on the roadways, but really the biggest factor is going to be that visibility. When we talked to some people at the gas station, they said that this wasn't going to be really affecting their travel plans, and it really shouldn't be affecting yours either. Just be sure to be safe when you get out on the roads. Make sure to give yourself plenty of extra time to get to where you need to be, because down here in Hankinson, the snow is starting to come down a little bit harder, and who knows when that's going to be going away. Our First Alert Storm Team does. They'll tell you more about that a little bit later on. So we're going to keep our eyes on this weather system, but for right now, reporting from Hankinson, Devin Fry, Valley News Live.
Thanks, Devin. Road crews are out in the metro area applying sand and making sure that intersections are clear. The best advice is to ease up on the gas, leave enough distance between you and the vehicle ahead of you. Today marked the first snow day of the year for Barnesville Public Schools. Since the district only has 5 built-in weather days, students did distance learning instead. The superintendent there says he thought the decision was best for everyone, but some parents weren't happy.
E-learning day would be easier for them, parent of very young grades, because it's not as interactive, require much at home for the parents to set things up for their children.
Ellerbush says that the district will take a second look at its decision-making process before Mother Nature strikes again. Meanwhile, Fargo, West Fargo, and Moorhead, along with Grand Forks Public Schools, say they're also working on what new snow days will look like. They expect to release plans to the parents very soon. A 31-year-old woman was seriously injured in a rollover crash today. It happened about 9:15 this morning on Interstate 94 near Sanborn, North Dakota. Investigators say that she was driving a Dodge Ram, tried passing a snowplow when she lost control and entered the median. The truck overturned, causing her to be ejected from the vehicle. The woman was taken to a hospital in Valley City, then transported to Fargo for treatment of her injuries. Many Fargo and West Fargo business owners say that they feel that they're walking on a tightrope regarding COVID-19. They worry about their customers' safety as well as losing them because of stepped-up pressure to wear a mask. Valley News Team's Callie Hubbard breaks down West Fargo's approach.
West Fargo's mask strategy echoes what guidelines from the state given Cass County's current risk level, which is high.
Our seating has already been reduced to accommodate that capacity.
For instance, reducing the allowed number of customers to 25% capacity. Here at Thunder Coffee, you're strongly encouraged to wear a mask when you walk in the door.
It's a little bit more challenging maybe on a Saturday morning when it's busy, but people have been really good about being respectful of personal distance.
There have been some restaurants at this point that have not enforced it.
The whole idea with West Fargo's mask strategy boils down to voluntary compliance. Like Fargo, there are no legal consequences for those who don't wear a mask indoors, something that West Fargo Commissioner Mandy George thinks is necessary.
I do think this is going to push those restaurants to make it a stricter enforcement, and it will also allow law enforcement to come in and remove people for trespassing if they don't comply.
In Fargo, if you have people from different households in your car, you're supposed to cover up.
I think it's getting to be more of an expected or a normalized thing to wear your mask in public or when you're up and moving around inside the restaurant.
And when it comes to having a medical condition, George adds that it may come down to carrying a doctor's note to get service. In West Fargo, Callie Hubbard, Valley News Live.
And the city says the only way you can get fined is if a business owner calls police if someone isn't wearing a face mask, but the fine would be for trespassing. North Dakota today reported over 1,000 new cases of COVID-19 throughout the state. In Cass County alone, the number stands at 280 cases. The daily positivity rate jumped to 13.09%. There are now 6,000 active cases throughout the state, with 156 patients currently hospitalized. Minnesotans in certain counties will be able to take a COVID-19 saliva test at home. These counties were picked. They don't have a saliva testing location, or community testing events have been limited. Testing is free. For more information and to order a test, log on to our website. Go to valleynewslive.com. A formal charge of terrorizing has been filed against a man police say pointed a gun at a group of people in downtown Fargo. Authorities say 27-year-old Jesse James Burnett waved a gun outside the Bismarck Tavern early Wednesday morning. Investigators were told it began with an argument inside the bar. Once outdoors, Burnett was seen pointing the gun and waving at a group of people. Another event is scratched this year because of coronavirus. We'll have the details upcoming later on Valley News Live at 6.
Radar still active across the valley. We'll tell you when the snow is going to stop, and we'll have your forecast for a brighter future coming up next.